ones in control always think they have control. Until chaos shows up! Nothing will happen in the Davis Arena as long as I'm here and until I say, because I orchestrate this beautiful, beautiful chaos. I run this show.
Of Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Your next match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. It is a #1 contenders match for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is Tony Gunn!
Gilbert Corsi alongside Dr. Manbeast Ted McNaylor, and whether you agree with him, or whether you like him, or whether not, the bitter war vet Michael Hayes is right about one thing. He is walking chaos in OVW.
And his opponent, he is the Beast Unleashed, Zoe!
Hayes has tried to hijack OVW television, burn the American flag on this show, kneel during our national anthem in the middle of the ring, and then just last week, with a grievance filed in the state records, forced majority owner Dean Hill out of his own company. Well, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that Dean Hill's license is under review by the Athletic Commission. That hearing on Hayes' grievance happened earlier this week. I do not know the outcome, but Manbeast, I can tell you that Dean Hill is en route to the arena right now, and he's going to tell us all what happened himself.
Listen, Michael Hayes, he's a maniac. I don't know what he's going to do next, but you got to give it to him. I mean, that was pretty ingenious to get the majority shareholder kicked out of his own arena.
How would you call that genius? In what world does Hayes have a basis to file a grievance on anyone?
Well, I would have never thought to do that, Gilbert, and I'm a doctor, so I'm pretty impressed.
Nonetheless, here, majority owner Dean Hill has been ruling from afar. He has made this a #1 contendership. The winner to face Tyler Matrix at the November 4th Saturday night special. All eyes are locked on SNS right now, and we expect to learn much more about that night in this hour. And Zoe, like a freight train warming up, gets stopped in his tracks.
And the man they call Zoe might think it's Zoe time, but I have a feeling at the special we're going to see the next edition of The Gun Show.
Tony Gunn's on top right now, no hook of the leg, and Zoe, the juggernaut, is out in two. You know, really interesting in Tony Gunn and Zoe, their wrestling resumes, as Gunn's on top again, their wrestling resumes are very similar. And the fact that both Gunn and Zoe have been former television champions, former OVW Southern Tag Team champions, but have not held the most prized possession in Ohio Valley Wrestling, the Heavyweight Championship. Both of these men jockeying for that opportunity right now.
Absolutely, but let's not forget, the difference between Zoe and Tony Gunn is Tony Gunn has the ticket to the Gun Show, and the ticket to win this match and become the #1 contender, in my unbiased opinion.
Unbiased.
My unbiased opinion. I think Tony Gunn's pretty great.
Gunn pumps the brakes. Once again, can't get the juggernaut over in the suplex. And nothing scientific about a beat down on the back.
He just gave him a pummeling to the thoracic spine. That's the middle of your back, Gilbert. Now he has some bad intentions for Mr. Zoe.
Gunn's perched on the second rope on the inside. But it's Zoe who's the aggressor.
Hold on. looks like ringside we have an unexpected guest here.
Oh, can we get a camera on ringside? Can we get a camera on ringside? Hold on, Zoe's on top here, leg is hooked. 2.5.
This isn't a special guest dignitary, that's Michael Hayes.
Captain Chaos himself has made his way to ringside here. And it has not stopped Zoe's assault here. Zoe looks like he's setting up for the Zoe bomb. He connects on this, and the Juggernaut's gonna be your new #1 contender. The leg is hooked, 2, and Hayes just pulled the referee out of the ring.
Whoa!
And knocked him right in the face. What the hell is this from Michael Hayes?
This is chaos, Gilbert. This is chaos. That's all Michael Hayes wants. He wants to create chaos, and that's why he is out here.
Zoe is 1 second away from becoming the #1 contender, 1 second from going on to the November 4th Saturday Night Special to face Tyler Matrix for the OVW Heavyweight Championship, and that opportunity was just stolen by the bitter war vet, Michael Hayes.
He's gone bananas. He's B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Look at him. He doesn't care.
I think that Tony Guns realized that Hayes has stolen an opportunity as well. Remember that Michael Hayes left Tony Gunn in that tag team street fight at the last Saturday Night Special. Gunn, the man who had his back in War Games. Gunn, who was a hired hit for Michael Hayes on Big John.
They were buddies. They were friends. But not anymore. It's every man for himself, and it's gone completely crazy out here at
Hayes is
ringside.
Benedict Arnold and a man alone.
And Dean Hill isn't even in the building to help control this.
But he's on his way. The question is, can Dean Hill control Michael Hayes, or has he lost the right to run his own company?
You dream of winning championships and entertaining crowds in the world of professional wrestling? You want to be the best? You've got to be trained by the best. Ohio Valley Wrestling has been called the Harvard of pro wrestling. Be the next pro wrestling superstar. Apply at ovwrestling.com. Click on training. Begin living your dream today.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
Your next match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. It is the rubber match for the OVW Television Championship. Introducing first, he is the real deal, Randall Floyd.
Well, it's 1-1 between Randall Floyd and LJ. This is the tiebreaker match. They've traded the television championship back and forth over the last couple of weeks here on OVW Television.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending OVW Television Champion, the River City Dragon, Logan James!
Many have called the River City Dragon the kid with the heart the size of Texas, the one to watch here in Ohio Valley Wrestling, a kid with a wealth of potential who, when he won the television title at the last Saturday Night Special, really stepped into his promise.
I think he got lucky, Gilbert. Everyone can get lucky every now and again. And I think his time now is ticking, and Randall Floyd is looking to take back what was rightfully his, and that was a short-lived television title reign.
Randall Floyd broke onto the scene here in Ohio Valley Wrestling earlier this summer, a standout collegiate wrestler from Indianapolis University, 95-5, and had it not been for an ill-timed concussion, last year was headed to Rio to compete in the Olympics. Floyd told us the first day that he walked in the door. You know, everybody says on their first day that they're going to be a champion, but when Floyd said it, you know, you believed it. He had the look, he had the athleticism, he had the collegiate wrestling background. And 2 weeks ago here on OVW television, he made good on that promise.
Absolutely. Just a few months after making his debut in professional wrestling, he was able to get gold around his waist. Not many people can say that, although I'm surprised it took him that long to get it.
LJ and Randall Floyd, if you ask me, are two young guys who are cut from the same cloth, trying to take full advantage of the majority owner Dean Hill's new talent initiative.
Oh, Gilbert, don't insult Randall Floyd like that. They aren't cut from the same cloth. Listen, Randall Floyd has respect. He has discipline. Whereas Lucky Logan.
Lucky Logan?
Yeah, Lucky Logan.
LJ has the respect of the fans. He has respect of the OVW faithful. He has respect of many of his peers in the locker room. Because of innovative offensive maneuvers like that.
I don't know what peers you're talking to, Gilbert. Randall Floyd is a man amongst men. Look at him. Well, don't look at him yet. Just wait. He's going to reverse. See? I told you.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle. But LJ's up and over. And with a well-placed boot to the side of the temple, floats over and hooks the leg, but he can only find a 1 count. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, a #1 contendership match for the OVW women's title. We'll see Jessie Bell in action, squaring off against Callie.
Ouch! Now that is perfection. That was a real deal uppercut right there.
Plus, ladies and gentlemen, what is the status of majority owner Dean Hill? There was a hearing on his license after the grievance filed by Captain Chaos himself, Michael Hayes, which alleged collusion here in Ohio Valley Wrestling. The bitter war vet believes that everybody is out to get him in OVW, and Dean Hill is leading the charge. Can you believe that? Hayes, who's causing all of his own problems, both legs hooked, shoulders on the mat. Hayes, who's causing all of his own problems here in OVW, is playing the victim.
Well, I mean, listen, maybe if Dean would have just given him more opportunities earlier in his career, maybe he wouldn't be so angry.
Opportunities? He's holding on to the War Games card. He can have whatever match he wants whenever he wants it. But he hasn't cashed it in.
It's not about that. It comes back down to respect. Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It is almost Halloween after all.
Power slam here by the real deal, Randall Floyd and Logan James, who night in and night out shows us his heart is out in 2.
I just think that if you really think about it, I mean, I can understand why Michael feels that way.
Why?
I'm not.
Please give me a window into Michael Hayes' warped mind. How could he possibly feel that he is the victim?
Well, I mean, just look how much he sacrificed. Does he really get the respect that he deserves? Especially from Dean Hill?
I am not in any way knocking Michael Hayes' service. But when he, as a war veteran who fought for our country, tries to burn the flag on worldwide television, he is spitting in the face of our country, spitting in the face of his service, in my opinion.
Listen, he could have just been joking. He didn't actually burn it. It could have just been, a hilarious prank maybe. He didn't do it.
Had it not been for the entire locker room, and yes, majority owner Dean Hill, hold on here, real deal Randall Floyd is in a whole lot of trouble here.
Get out of there, Floyd! The ropes are right there.
Logan with the leg grapevine into an ankle lock.
What ring awareness by Randall Floyd to make it to the ropes to break the hold.
How about this from Logan James, tapping into some new offense. Logan, who normally uses speed and high-flying aerial assault to win his matches, going to a submission maneuver here.
Well, Lucky Logan might be lucky, but he's not that lucky. You're not going to tap out the real deal Randall Floyd, I'll tell you that much.
You know, somebody wise once told me that luck is when opportunity and wisdom meet circumstance.
Now, luck is when you slip on a banana peel and happen to get lucky.
Keen insight. I appreciate your analysis, Doc.
You're flustering me, Gilbert. I'm trying to use logic and reason here.
Load on, Logan James. Look like Looking like he was gonna fly there.
Oh!
There was nothing lucky about that. Randall Floyd stopped the momentum of LJ and put him on his back. The champion seeing lights. Could we have a title change hands again?
I don't even think Logan James knows where he's at right now. I don't know if that was a spine buster or a power bomb, but I know that hurt.
I'll tell you what, LJ and Randall Floyd are both quickly becoming each other's greatest opponents.
And don't insult the real deal here, Gilbert. He might be able to hear you. You don't want him to come down here. Oh, no.
LJ goes back to that ankle lock. And can the real deal hold on here? Doc, give us some insights, the pain that is writhing through Floyd's body.
Well, you have the deep fibular nerve that runs over the side of your leg, and it hurts. I mean, you have pins and needles. It feels like 100 thumbtacks just sticking through your leg.
LJ's trying to break the leg. He's trying to snap it of Randall Floyd. Floyd tried to turn it around and reverse it with almost like a spinning wheel kick, but you can see the damage that's been done as Floyd, wounded and all, still a powerhouse.
Now he's just getting started here. Look at him. He has him exactly where he wants him. He's squaring him up. He's looking at the turnbuckle. Hold on. He's not going to go up.
LJ won the television title at the last Saturday Night Special. 1 week later, Randall Floyd defeated him for the championship. LJ won it back last week, and now Randall Floyd's trying to claim it once and for all. And we do not see the real deal go to the top rope very often.
Man, but he had it. He saw Logan move out of the way, and he rolled.
LJ trying to hit the Olympic slam here. Feet on the rope, feet on the rope, he's done it!
The winner of the match and new OVW Television Champion, the real deal, Randall Floyd!
LJ looked like he had victory in his grasp, and Randall Floyd stole it away.
Well, you can only get lucky so many times, Gilbert. We finally have a real deal champion once again.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Now with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, I'm gonna be ready to fight on Saturday night.
What, you think I can't see? You think
I
I can't
knew
see
you
what's
were
on
gonna
TV?
see it.
I can't believe you would do that.
Boys, check it out. Hey, we're on the same page, all right? We are a family, and nothing brings a family together like beating someone within an inch of their lives. November 4th, Saturday Night Special, Southern Tag Team Championship match. So, Cash, what do you say?
Gold, I like it.
Dapsky, how about it, baby?
I mean, if the price is right.
Come on, guys.
Back to this Halloween edition of Ohio Valley Wrestling. Gilbert Corsi joined alongside Dr. Manbeast Ted McNaylor. Let's talk about the Saturday Night Special. And speaking of Halloween, something that's a little bit scary, Josh Ashcraft trying to play peacekeeper, but he's managed to wrangle up a tag team title match for the Legacy of Brutality to square off against the Southern Tag Team Champions in Slade and Giza. But Ted, I gotta wonder if there's any chance in the world that that troubled legacy of Dapper Dan and Cash Flow could possibly be on the same page.
Listen, Gilbert, it's no secret Dapper Dan and Cash Flow like to fight.
They had a little fight, a little scuffle between each other. It's over with, and they are ready to take the tag team titles come Saturday night.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, another match just made. 2 out of 3 falls now between LJ and Randall Floyd for the television championship. It's been back and forth between these 2 young men.
Listen, Logan James can only get lucky so many times. Do we have a special guest coming? I thought it was just us.
November the 4th here in Davis Arena. You know, Michael Hayes, it's a good thing that you're out here right now as I talk about November 4th, the Saturday night special, because I would be talking about the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship, but we don't have one thanks to you.
You don't. You don't have one, and you won't have one until I decide that this company has a #1 contender. Because right now, there's no Dean Hill. There's no Dean Hill's law. It's Mike Hayes' law. And I rule this land right now. I run this show. I am rage, I am pain, I am chaos incarnate, and nothing will happen in this ring. I say so.
So in what world, Mr. Chaos, do you believe that there's a conspiracy against you? In what world could there be a conspiracy? How are you the victim in all this?
You sit at that desk every week, Gilbert. Since War Games, right there, Man Beast is telling you right there. Since War Games, have you mentioned fact that I have a match in my back pocket anytime it's there? Have you? Tell the truth.
I tried to ask you about it. I asked when you were cashing it in it. You refused to answer.
That's my prerogative. That's my prerogative.
So am I supposed to keep asking you every week? Okay, Mike, you're here. When are you going to cash in your title match for War Games?
You ask me every week until I decide to tell you, Gilbert. You will grovel at my feet because I've earned it. I have destroyed this company. There is absolutely no leadership. And as you can tell, there's no one to stop me either.
You want us to grovel? You want us to grovel at your feet? You still haven't answered my question. What's the match? When's it gonna happen? The War Games clause. You just want to talk about chaos. You just want to talk about the grievance that you filed against Dean Hill.
I don't need to talk about chaos, Gilbert. I am chaos. Whoa.
Well, chaos, meet the law.
I was summoned earlier to Frankfurt, and it was very eye-opening. I walked into the room, the entire commission was there, and they had a chair in the middle of it, and they told me to sit in it. And they had continued to advise me that they had reviewed your complaint, and it was completely unacceptable for management to put their hands on talent, and that they were very strongly considering removing my wrestling license and banning me from wrestling until further notice. They were considering at least a year. Then they said, play the tape. And I realized that maybe they hadn't seen the tape. So about a minute into the tape, he stood up and he said, stop. I've seen everything that I need to see. Said, Mr. Hill, as far as I'm concerned, as he pointed his finger at me, he said, you, sir, are completely justified in everything you did because he put his hands on you. As far as I'm concerned, you're reinstated. What do you say? Yes, 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 yes. So guess what? Dean Hill's law is back. And Dean Hill's Law says there will be a number one contenders match tonight between Big Zoe and Tony Gunn. And guess who won't be here to see it? Give me some security. You nickel dime butt is out of here.
Dean Hill's Law is back, and Dean Hill's Law is throwing Michael Hayes out of Davis Arena. Four words for Michael Hayes, Captain Chaos. Don't cross the boss.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show. I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Now with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, gonna be ready to fight on Saturday night.
All right, listen up, Magic Man. I know you know who's behind that mask.
Guys,
Who is it?
guys, I
Who
don't-
is it?
Hey, guys, what is going on here?
We're just trying to figure out who that masked man is, and I know Houdini's a part of this.
Listen, Houdini is not a part of this, okay? And Houdini, you're free to... Whoa. Well, anyway, listen, if we want to find out who this masked man is, we all just need to split up. And we can each go a different way. So you go one way, you go another way, and I'll go a different way altogether. Okay? So we can do that. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All
Let's see
right,
the plan.
good.
Let's
We
do
got this. We got this. Houdini.
Your next match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. It is for the number one contendership to the OVW Women's Championship. Introducing first from the City of Angels, Callie.
Well, Callie tasted gold in the OVW Women's Division one time, and she's been on a what seems like forever journey to climb back up the Femme Fatale mountain.
And her opponent, the bad girl, Jessie Bell. Oh, here we go. Now, Jessie Bell is a multi-time women's champion, and you have to wonder, especially after making a mincemeat out of Josh Ashcraft a few weeks ago, that she's back in the hunt for some championship gold.
The buzz still high here in Davis Arena, ladies and gentlemen, with law, order, and justice restored back in OVW. Michael Hayes tossed out of Davis Arena, and Dean Hill's license restored, and we have company here at the broadcast booth. Cover here in the form of the Brograds and the leader of the entourage himself. Cover here
Quite
again.
on the set, Gilbert. You got a star on the show right here.
To what do we owe, DL3?
To what do you owe? You owe a lot. You got a star on the show right now.
Talking to the microphone, Mr. Director.
You're the biggest star of entire OVW on the show right now. You owe more than I can list, understand?
So Your makeup artist is here, perhaps scouting
My makeup
her
artist is
competition.
also the women's champion. Don't forget that. That's the second thing she does is makeup. The first thing she does is dominate the women's division.
And you're
okay?
out here with the Bro Gods. What is the status of the Bro Gods? Are they now officially a member of your entourage?
They are my production team. You see?
So what do they do as production team members? Hold on.
Just like a real production, they do pretty much everything for me. If I need help script writing, if I need help winning a match, you name it, they do it. That's it.
Well, at least you admit that they're there to help you win matches instead of that faux position that you had Randall Floyd in as a bodyguard.
Speaking of Randall Floyd, let's not forget for a second that I am the star maker of this company. Everybody that I touch and work with becomes a champion. Jay Lee was a makeup artist and now the women's champion. Randall Floyd, bodyguard, two-time TV champion.
Hey, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story, but Randall Floyd didn't win a championship until after he quit the entourage.
That's neither here nor there, okay? And the Bro Gods, look at these two guys. Beforehand, not doing much. Last week, main event against Tyler Matrix where we laid him out. You remember that?
How did your heavyweight title match go in E-Town last week?
That's neither here or there. We're going to leave parts out of that story, okay?
I'm
'Cause it's
just
not
saying
quite
that
done yet.
I don't see the heavyweight championship around your waist right now.
Not yet, you don't. Like a real hero, it's going to take a couple trilogies to get there.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, remember that majority owner here, hold on, Jesse Bell on top. Callie's out in two. Majority owner Dean Hill has remade the match between Tony Gunn and Zoe for our main event tonight. One of those two men will be the new #1 contender facing Tyler Matrix for the heavyweight championship November 4th at the Saturday Night Special. What I have you here, Mr. Director? Kelvon Callie's in control. What I have you here, Mr. Director? In the spirit of Halloween, do you have any favorite Halloween films? Scary
let's
movies?
see. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a good one. That's probably what's going to happen on the Saturday Night Special with Jay Lee when she takes on whoever wins this match. It's going to be a complete massacre when she wins. And the other one's going to look like Leatherface, am I right?
DL3, you have to excuse Gilbert. He's speaking out of turn. I think he's a little starstruck with having you here at the commentary desk.
It happens a lot.
So tell me, how's Leo doing?
Oh, Leo, he's good. We were actually on the yacht this weekend after the E-Town show. It's been a good time.
I heard about that.
So you went on a yacht in Hardin County.
I didn't say
I
after
missed
the
the-
E-Town
I
show
missed
as
the
in that
yacht
exact night. I meant later on, afterwards.
Yeah,
Just
Gilbert.
some point after between now and then.
Get the story straight. Come on.
That's what I'm trying to do, and right now it's Callie who's trying to straighten out Jesse Bell. She floats over, hooks the leg, but can only find two. Again, the winner here is going to face Jay Lee for the OVW Women's Championship at the November 4th edition of the Saturday Night Special.
Mr. 3? Can I call you Mr. 3?
Absolutely.
Who, if you had a preference, would you want to win this match?
Well, I think for Jay Lee, she's beaten Callie Bay about 100 times. So just for a new storytelling idea, I think it'd be good to see her face off against Jessica Bell here. You know,
I'm not
someone that
taking
brought the division back to relevancy a couple years back, but overall that doesn't matter.
Impeccable. What a brilliant answer.
Hold on, Jesse Bell has gotten Callie locked in her submission here.
Oh, no.
Can Callie hold on?
That's it.
Oh, looks like I got what I wanted, huh?
The winner of the match and new #1 contender, Jesse Bell.
Well, it may be exactly what DL3 wanted, but perhaps not what his makeup artist wanted. Because Jay Lee is not waiting for the show November the 4th.
Well, Jay Lee, she certainly has a mean streak. I think either way, whoever was going to win, she was ready, waiting in the wings for that attack.
3, 2, 1.
A creature feature from the entourage for one Jesse Bell. Trying to give the leader of the Bad Boys Club a blackout.
Let me make something perfectly clear. I'm old school, I'm traditional, and women don't belong in my business. Just like your buddy Stefan Smith. Neither one of you belong.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Not with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, gonna be ready to fight on Saturday night. Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
Elo! Elo! Are you alright? I have to go find Stu.
Who is the masked man?
Who?
The masked man.
I don't know. Is it you?
I'm standing right here. How could it be me?
You're very sneaky, Gilbert. That's how you get all those news scoops.
Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, backstage all night we know that it's been Aloe and Billy O and Reverend Stu on a hunt for whoever the masked. I should call it a person because I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Well, Billy O and Aloe have both been knocked out. Now Reverend Stu is missing. Is the pastor in trouble?
I don't know, but I know this. He better start praying for an answer soon.
We're going to shift gears now and talk about what we know so far about the Saturday night special. I'm talking about November 4th right here in Davis Arena. Earlier tonight, we learned it will be 2 out of 3 falls for the OVW Television Championship. The new champion, Randall Floyd, the real deal, squaring off against LJ.
And I was trying to say earlier, you can only get lucky so many times, and I think Lucky Logan has run out of luck.
And how about LOB? Can they function as a team when they have a shot at Giza and Slade for the Southern Tag Team Championship?
All I know is this. LOB is coming for a fight. I don't know if it's with Geese Slade or if it's going to be with each other.
What about the bad girl herself, Jessie Bell, squaring off against the makeup artist from the Entourage, Jay Lee?
Listen, Entourage when they're around, I think Jessie Bell's going to get a little starstruck, just like you did earlier, Gilbert, and she's going to fall to the makeup artist, Jay Lee.
And who's going to face Tyler Matrix in our main event? It's time to find out right now.
This next match is your main event for the evening. One fall with a 15-minute time limit for the #1 contendership to the OVW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, Tony Gunn. And his opponent, he is the Beast Unleashed.
Wait a minute!
Go!
What the hell is he doing here? Michael Hayes has been banned from the building.
Chaos is returned in the form of Michael Hayes, the Maniac.
Captain Chaos was thrown out of Davis Arena earlier tonight by the returning majority owner, Dean Hill. And Chaos reigns supreme wherever Hayes happens to be.
We didn't even get a chance to get the match underway.
Dean! Since Hayes can't keep his nose out of my business, since Hayes wants to get his ass kicked by Big Show so bad, please, I'm begging you, Dean. I am begging you. Make it zone time for him. Please, put him in this match. I'm begging you, Dean.
He wants Michael in the match?
If I do this, you know what it means, right?
I know exactly what it means.
You want this?
I want him.
You want this?
I need this.
Gun? Gun! You want this? You want to come back in my building? Fine. You're back in my building. Triple foot match right now. Get him in the ring! Get him
in the ring, triple threat right now.
Hayes, Gunn, Zoe, a triple threat match, and the winner will be #1 contender to face Tyler Matrix. That's what that means. Our main event after this timeout.
Do you dream of winning championships and entertaining crowds in the world of professional wrestling? If you want to be the best, you've got to be trained by the best. Ohio Valley Wrestling has been called the Harvard of pro wrestling. Be the next pro wrestling superstar. Apply at ovwrestling.com. Click on training. Begin living your dream today.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show. I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Now with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, I'm gonna be ready to fight on Saturday night.
You're back here in Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, and Captain Chaos has reigned supreme here tonight in Michael Hayes. He spoiled a #1 contendership match between Tony Gunn and Zoe, and then both Gunn and Zoe begged majority owner Dean Hill to make it a triple threat.
And I have a feeling this is exactly what Michael Hayes wanted, but I don't think what he could have predicted is now he has two angry large men that are gunning after him.
You think this was a battle strategy for Michael Hayes?
I don't know what it was. I think he just wanted chaos and he got it.
Again here, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest will face the OVW heavyweight champion in Tyler Matrix November 4th, 1 week from tonight, as you watch this in the Louisville market at the Saturday night special.
Well, Zoe and Gunn look to be on the same page trying to take out Michael Hayes at the beginning, but now it looks like they're about to exchange fisticuffs.
Well, there can only be one winner in a triple threat match. And even though Zoe and Gunn have a common enemy in Hayes, they both want to be the one facing Matrix for the heavyweight championship.
Oh, goodness gracious. He kicked the teeth down his throat.
Earlier tonight, we talked about how similar the wrestling resumes of the Juggernaut and the self-professed best wrestler here in Tony Gunn happen to be. Both have been tag team champions. Both have been television champions. But both have not claimed the grandest prize as the 350-pounder throws a drop kick.
I was going to say, did he just throw a drop kick?
In Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Oh, my gosh. That was the world's largest drop kick.
Zoe was just a half a second away from defeating Tony Gunn earlier tonight had it not been for the outside interference of Michael Hayes.
Now, hold on. Tony Gunn is a man's man, and I have it on good authority he was about to kick out.
Cover here, Gunn's on top, and Hayes breaks it up once again.
Now, I have to wonder if Gunn would have won the match right there if Hayes wasn't in it. Who's to say? I just can't believe Team Gunn Hayes was one of my favorite tag teams in this company.
Until what happened? And what happened to that tag team?
They imploded right in front of my eyes.
And why?
I don't know. It wasn't a treat, but it was a trick.
You don't know. You don't really know. You don't remember what happened at the Saturday night special when Hayes pulled a Benedict Arnold and left Tony Gunn in a tag team street fight by himself? That's how the team imploded.
He left the oven on. He has dogs. He had to go take care of them.
Are you kidding me?
Look, I know some news stories, Gilbert. There's some stuff that you don't know. Just trust me on this one.
Here's what I do know. The winner of this triple threat match is going to the Saturday night special as the #1 contender to face the young lion, Tyler Matrix.
And can you imagine, really, any of these men winning the match? What a match that would be.
Hayes is in trouble. Shoulders are on the mat.
And honestly, I don't care as long as whoever wins this match takes that title off that little brat Tyler Matrix.
What's your problem with Tyler Matrix now?
Listen, he fought Adam Revolver, a real true champion.
Yeah, we haven't seen Revolver since Last Man Standing. The lion ate your buddy the snake for dinner.
No, listen, Revolver is just, I haven't talked to him, but I know he was very upset and distraught after
Those in
what
troubles
happened.
here, his shoulders are on the mat.
And I am mad at Tyler Matrix because we had a real champion here, and he hasn't shown his face since then.
Did Michael Hayes play a psychological war game to get himself into this #1 contendership match to face the heavyweight champion at the Saturday Night Special?
Well, he doesn't need the match, Gilbert. He's got the golden ticket.
Hey, you're right about that. Hayes won War Games, and he can have whatever match against whatever champion whenever he wants.
Exactly. So why would he care about being a part of this match when he already has the opportunity anytime he wants it? He could have asked for the title match tonight.
Perhaps it is exactly about what Hayes has been saying all along. A one-man walking chaos machine. Captain Chaos, Michael Hayes. He just wants to stir the pot. He just wants to cause trouble.
We can't argue. It certainly makes things a little more exciting. I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen next.
Exciting? I would say stressful. I can't have a broadcast. I can't follow a run sheet because I never know when this kook is going to hijack the show.
Well, he's never come after me, so I'm just sitting back and enjoying. You should have seen the look on your face out there, Gilbert.
And then claim, of all things, that he's the victim. A grievance. Collusion. The man who tried to burn the flag, kneel during the national anthem, is in trouble right now. Zoe's on top.
But look at all that Michael Hayes has sacrificed, and then Dean Hill tries to kick him out.
I'm sorry, you don't think that the majority owner was justified in tossing the man who threw filed a bogus grievance with the Athletic Commission out of Davis Arena?
I think it was a little harsh. He could have just politely asked Michael to please just
They
go
don't
to
need
the back.
couples counseling.
Look, he could have at least said please. It's called politeness. And Dean Hill did not show any of that towards one Michael Hayes, an American hero.
Hayes was not courteous when he claimed that there was collusion being led by Dean Hill in OVW. Hayes was not courteous or respectful when he put the majority owner's future and company in jeopardy.
Well, listen. Dean Hill put his hands on Michael Hayes. He should not have done that. He's not even a licensed wrestler.
Leg is hooked. Gun is out in 2.
I mean, you gotta admit that rules are rules. If you aren't a licensed competitor, you cannot put your hands on a licensed competitor. Am I right or am I wrong?
And if you ask me, I think that Tony Gunn and the Juggernaut Zoe should isolate and conquer. In my opinion, they should focus their full attention on Michael Hayes, who has proven that he is a sneak, who has proven that he is low, and has proven he's willing to do just about whatever it takes to accomplish whatever he wants.
And we don't even know what he wants. I don't even know.
Chaos, he's told us. Chaos, and he's accomplished it.
But how much is enough until he's satisfied? What lengths does he have to go to until he says, okay, I've done good?
What will satisfy Hayes? Well, he told us in the ring himself earlier tonight. Destruction of OVW.
Well, as long as I'm not involved in said destruction, then I'm just going to sit back and watch the fireworks. Oh, maybe they're getting back together now. I think I just heard Hayes apologize. And now they're back to being a great tag team once again.
You're hearing things, Dr. McNailer. That's a bad prescription.
Well, look. They're back on the same page, Gilbert. Gunn Hayes is back once again. I knew they couldn't stay apart for too long.
I think Tony Gunn's realized that he can't hold Zoe's shoulders to the mat, and so they're literally trying to eliminate the heavy in the Juggernaut.
Well, if I agree with anything that you said, Gilbert, it certainly is good strategy for these two to go after the big man Zoe, especially after that drop kick he threw earlier in the match. I didn't see that coming a mile away. Oh,
A series of judo-like strikes sends Michael Hayes out to the canvas. Gunn now trying to capitalize.
Gunn, he is upset that Zoe was hurting his good friend Michael Hayes. Gunn Hayes now working together to take out the big man.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is about the main event for the Saturday night special. Earlier tonight, we learned that there will be a 2 out of 3 falls match between Randall Floyd and LJ for the television title, Jesse versus Jay Lee for the women's title, and LOB challenging for the OVW Southern Tag Team Championship. Who's going to be in the main event? Will it be Gunn, Hayes, or the Juggernaut Enzo?
I don't know, but all I know is that these 3 men, none of them are going to be the same after this match. They are going to town on each other.
Gunn's down on the outside, and Zoe has Hayes in a one-on-one situation with a guillotine-like leg drop, and Zoe
Oh, man.
just a half a second away.
All right, yeah, Gunn's laying down on the outside. Hayes is laying down in the ring, and Zoe looks a little worse for wear himself. I don't know how much more any of these men can take. Come on, Gunn, get in the ring and help your friend Michael. He needs you.
If you're a Tyler Matrix watching him back, who do you want to face here, Dr. Manbeast? As Zoe tries to put Hayes away, he connects on the Zoe bomb. Referee's down, no hook of the leg, and Gunn breaks it up at 2 7/8.
Matrix is probably in the back trying to think how he's going to wiggle out of a win against any of these 3.
Again, I ask, if you're Tyler Matrix, which one of these guys do you want to square off against?
I don't think he wants to face any of them.
Gunn's on top. Will he be going to the Saturday night special?
Probably, you know what? He probably wants to face Michael Hayes just so he can, spit in the face of an American veteran because he is disrespectful.
Or perhaps Michael Hayes has caused him so much grief over the last couple of weeks. You think that the young lion wants to punch the bitter war vet in the face? I think so.
Maybe so, but I'll tell you who he doesn't want to face, and that's the man
Gunn
himself.
drops Zoe. The referee's distracted, and that half a second was a difference. The referee's distracted because Hayes, wait a minute. Hayes, that's a woman, and he just pulled her to the outside of the ring. That should be a $5,000 fine, to say the least.
Well, he was just trying to get her attention, and it's not like he punched her or hit her or anything. He just slid her out of the ring.
There's no reason for Hayes to put his hands on an official, let alone a lady.
Look, I don't know what
This is a man who talks about respect. This is a man who talks about grievances. This is a man who talks about collusion.
Well, he might have been trying to give her a message, trying to tell her something, and then she slipped out of the ring. Just like Zoe just slipped out of the ring. Look at that.
Do you believe the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Most of them.
And how smart is this battle strategy? Because Hayes doesn't have a referee to count the 1, 2, 3, or to stop him from choking Tony Gunn.
Come on, get in there, ref. Quit being lazy.
No!
Your winner and new #1 contender, Michael Hayes.
I am mortified. I am shocked by what I have just seen. And the majority owner, Dean Hill, is out here right now to deal with the situation.
Careful, Dean. You put your hands on him again, it might not work out this time.
Can we read lips right now?
And, of course, I say that with all due respect to Mr. Hill. I don't want him to get mad at me. Oh, no!
Matrix not going to wait till November 4th. Matrix not going to wait till the Saturday night special. The champion hits the ring hot.
He has no business being out here. Who does he think he is? What does he think he's doing?
You want chaos, Michael Hayes? You got it in the form of Tyler Matrix. November 4th with the title on the line at the Saturday night special.
Good golly, Miss Molly.